Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to get over Apoqliphort Killer. This card is pretty much Ancient Gear Golem on steroids. They're both earth monsters. This one's a little stronger. This one's unaffected by spells and traps during the battle phase. This one's unaffected by spells and traps in general. And monsters with original levels or ranks lower than itself. And if that wasn't bad enough, all special summon monsters lose 500 attack and defense points. Then if that wasn't enough, once per turn, your opponent sends one monster from their side of the field or in their hand to the graveyard. This is a really, really good card. I wouldn't use it because this card is just so wrong. But this card is probably what's going to pioneer the pendulum summoning movement. All of its monsters are pendulum monsters. And if having this thing on the field wasn't bad enough, these two make your monsters lose an additional 300 attack points. So you have to stare down this 3000 attack point monster, and you're losing at least 500 attack points, at most 800 attack points. So let's just get right to it. First up, Solemn Warning. Self-explanatory right there, just stop it from being summoned. Dimension Wall. This does not affect the card, but when you take battle damage, you make your opponent take that battle damage instead. So that gets over Apoqliphort Killer not being affected by trap cards. Equip spells in general, I like Acts of Despair, so I see Noble Knights probably going to be played a lot more once this card comes out in I believe November is when the booster pack new challengers is set to be released. Prideful Roar. When your monster is attacking a monster that's stronger than it, you pay life points equal to the difference in attack points to make your monster gain that many attack points, and then they'll gain an additional 300 attack points, so they'll win by 300, but you have to pay some life points. Honest. Any deck that runs light monsters can run Honest and get over this, but most people run 3 of this, so if you can recycle Honest, great. If not, that could be a problem. Blackwings. Sirocco the Dawn can make other Blackwings stronger by giving one Blackwing on the field the combined attack points of the other Blackwings. And you've run 3 Kalutes, so Blackwings and Boojins should not have a problem with this deck. This deck is going to be tier 1, maybe tier 0, but Boojins, you drop Crane, you're good to go. One of my personal favorites, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. It gains 300 attack points for every dragon in the graveyard, so if you fill up your graveyard pretty quick, you should be all set. Injection Fairy Lily. It's an old card, but you just normal summon it, attack, pay 2,000 life points, and then you gain 3,000 attack points. Volcanic Queen. You can tribute Apoqliphort Killer as a cost, therefore bypassing it not being affected by monster effects. Because it's not an effect, it's a cost. Cephalon and Matayan. These two are level 10 monsters that are really easy to summon. This one has way more attack points than Apoqliphort Killer. Even after an 800 point loss, it should still win, unless they're running Mirror Force, which most of these decks are focused on getting out Apoqliphort Killer as fast as you can, so they really don't waste time on Mirror Force, D-Prison, stuff like that. And this one, when it attacks, all monsters are returned to the hand except for itself during the end of the battle phase. And making your opponent re-summon this card is just really good. The only thing that would make the Apoqliphort Killer even more broken is if it was a pendulum monster, because then it would be sent to the extra deck instead of the graveyard, and then they just summon it next turn. But luckily it's not, and it cannot be special summoned. The God cards. The god cards do take a little bit of effort to summon at first, but with new support like Ra's Disciple, when it's summoned, summon up to 2 more. It can only be tributed to summon a god card, but once you get Obelisk on board, you should be set. Ra, just because Ra's effect, pay 1,000 to destroy a monster. And if you have Slifer already on the field, then them summoning Apoqliphort Killer is really not going to be a huge deal. The Wicked gods, the Wicked Avatar, will always have 100 attack points more than the strongest monster. Wicked Dreadroot can cut a monster's attack points in half. And when the Wicked Eraser is sent to the graveyard, you can destroy all cards on the field. Malefic Cyberend Dragon, if you want to play a skill drain based deck, just has 4,000 attack points, which is really good. Cyber Eltonin, when it's summoned, you can send all other face-up monsters on the field to the graveyard. It's level 10, so its effect works. Tragoidia, you drop it when you take damage, or you could discard like a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to take control of their Apoqliphort Killer. Montage Dragon, its attack points are based on the levels of the 3 monsters you discard. So if you discard just 3 level 4 monsters, you should be set. For the extra deck, I think this format is about to become beatdown oriented, so pretty much the 2 strongest fusion monsters that are relatively easy to summon, Five-Headed Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Dark Paladin, not terribly difficult to summon either, and if you're running it in a deck with dragons, it should be able to gain plenty of attack points. The Neo Galaxy Eyes, 3 level 8 monsters. Galaxy Eyes Prime, Photon Dragon, 4,000 attack points, 2 level 8 monsters. So it's a generic level 8, the only downside is your opponent's going to take half the battle damage if Galaxy Eyes is not a material. But the main objective is to kill this. So I don't think anyone's going to complain. Zombie Stein, 2 level 8 dark monsters. So it's not universal, but it's still plausible. 4,500 attack points. Dyson Sphere, just to go for the attacking your opponent directly, because Dyson Sphere's effect that negates attacks would not stop Apoqliphort Killer, unfortunately. Or you can rank it up into Chaos Dyson Sphere, which is rank 10, 3,600 attack points, and when it attacks or is attacked, you can attach the attacking monster to it. And then you can hit your opponent for 300 points of damage for each material attached to this card. And if Dyson Sphere is a material, which it most likely will be, then you can detach all its materials to hit your opponent for another 800 points for each material. So I think burn decks, you can justify playing a burn deck against Apoqliphort Killer. Other than that, I don't like burn decks. But Harpy's Pet Mirage Dragon, same reason as Dyson Sphere. It can attack your opponent directly, and this card protects itself from being attacked, so that's good. Same reason for Heartland Draco. Attack your opponent directly, because getting over this or attacking them directly, I'd rather attack them directly and have them not be able to do anything about it. Lionheart. This card, as well as Battling Boxer Star Cestus and Hard Earth Dragon, they all require 3 monsters, level 1, level 4, and level 9. So these 2 are going to be the easiest to summon, but your opponent will take all the battle damage that you would have taken. The Cyber Dragon fusions, anything Cyber Dragon plus a Power Bond is going to set you up. Plus you also have limiter removal. So any machine deck can also get over Apoqliphort Killer. In a mirror match, obviously Apoqliphort Killer can get over itself. For rank 10s, Sky Palace Gungari Day. Use its effect to destroy Apoqliphort Killer and then hit your opponent for 1,000 points of damage. Gustav Max. This you summon just so you can do the 2,000 points of damage in hope that you win. Lastly, Ice Beast's Zero Fine. Use its effect to negate everything on the field, then gain 300 attack points for each card that's face up excluding itself. So you're going to need at least 5 cards to negate or face up on the field. So they're going to have Apoqliphort Killer and 2 Pendulum Monsters. Hopefully you have a field spell and you can play like Hysteric Sign, and then you will be all set. These are all the easy ways that I know how to get over Apoqliphort Killer. If you have better ways or just something I didn't mention, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.